something like that, Jesse. I think I've calmed down enough. Not sure what to play, so we're just gonna chill for a moment. My hair's sticking up in the back. See that? Nah, we're gonna get into. I'm probably gonna watch a couple of videos, just chill, chat, and I do want to talk about the game. I want to talk about my reactions, all that other shit, because I know people are probably gonna clip what I said, share it with other people, and my name's gonna be ruined or whatever. But without further ado, let's just get into it, huh? All right. So, yeah, we're just gonna chill for a little bit. I was thinking of playing Light Brigade since there was an update to that, but I don't know. And then I was thinking maybe Godfall, and then I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do flat screen. Then I was thinking Assassin's Creed, and then I was like, Red Dead Redemption 2, I need a couple hours, and I'm kind of like exhausted from that, so I don't know. So I don't really know what I want to do yet. I don't know. Maybe I'll fill into something. I was thinking of Ultra as well, because Ultra just came up with an update. So, real quick, so I'm going to talk about the game, and that's going to lead into this next thing here, which is a very small thing, and it's going to be a much bigger lead up to it anyway. But essentially, so we faced Death Squad today, and we lost. And did we lose fairly? I think to some degree, yes. They did best us, for sure. What irked me and why I got so mad was because it was a game that was supposed to take at most an hour and a half, and I mean at most. And it was drawn out from, we started at 3 o'clock, they were late, there were delays, they requested a whole bunch of shit, and then we didn't end till like just before 6 o'clock. So 4 hours essentially of one match, which should have taken an hour and a half. So I was exhausted, I was irritated because I have husband and fatherly duties, and I just didn't want to play anymore. I didn't want to sit there and wait in the lobby and wait for everybody to get their shit sorted because they can't, either their application was busted, they couldn't figure out their microphone, they couldn't figure out their internet or whatever, and like I couldn't sit there and wait any longer listening to the excuses as to like why things were being delayed. I hold no ill will towards any of them, but it was bullshit and it wasn't a fair fight. And that's what it's going to come down to for me. It wasn't fair. It didn't feel fair. It was the worst experience I've ever had. And it's the circumstances, right? It is what it is. So I'm moving past it. I hold no ill will towards Diver, Doom, Earl, O'Doyle, and whoever else was in there. I'm blanking on who else was in there. So I hold no ill will, but do keep in mind, like, next season, if at any point there is a full team in there and there is a delay that long, the team that is causing the delay will be forced to forfeit. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. That's it. That's how it will be. Because that was absurd. People have lives, people need things to do, and you have 10 people on your team specifically for this exact reason. And that is what it is. Okay? So I was irritated. I let it go. I didn't care. I don't need to win, but I wanted to lose fairly, and there wasn't a fair point about any of that. However, that being said, I was very angry, and I said, fuck them all. I said they can all just I didn't say they could eat shit and die, but that's kind of the impression I was giving, that I don't care about them. Just want to point it out. It's not true. I do care about them all. I got heated. I was very upset. I never said it directly to them, but I did say it in my stream. So if anyone shares clips, here is my point saying I got angry just like everybody else when they lose and when they feel something was unfair. And I put it past me now. I decided to hop in a free-for-all with O'Doyle, and I ran into a whole bunch of wonderful people that I love playing with. And I got so excited and geared up, I broke my stock. So I had to Gorilla Glue it, but I don't think that was enough. And then I duct taped it. Now, this part doesn't have to move. It doesn't have to come out or anything. It just needs to stay there so that I could take my controller and put it on, and I need to be able to bend it off like that to release, right? What ended up happening was during free-for-all, I kept pushing rather than like bending. I kept pushing, and it caused this bridge right here to break. So, yeah, I broke my stock. But that's not my good stock. That's not my Pro Tube. The difference here with the Pro Tube, like, look at this. Like, I don't know how else to show this, but like, you see this bridge here? That's not going to break. That's. I mean, could it break? Maybe, but you see how thick that is? I mean, I don't think that'll break. If you compare it to like this one, I mean, compare it to this one. If you look at that, right? That's like super, in comparison, that's thin, right? There's not a lot of 3D print material. See that? And so like some force can cause it to break. So yeah, it sucks. But hey, is what it is. I'll deal. I will deal. But it's still usable. I was able to fix it enough that it's usable. Why don't we head on over here? So I'm gonna pull up Pumpkin's stream. He's playing Ultra, and I hope
right below you, right below you.
I hope he's okay with this.
Fuck them up.
I don't see them.
Bounce a grenade. They're right underneath you.
All right, yeah, he
can't see the balcony's too high.
32.6 points.
Oh, that was perfect.
What are you scoring me, Jesse?
That was a perfect
32.
throw.
Oh, 30. Oh, prey points. Oh yeah, I gotta do
here.
something with that. I keep saying I gotta do something, but like I never have to. Like once the season's over, then I won't have to worry about like doing anything else. You know what I'm saying? I can focus on my channels for a couple of months.
Like John McClane, go through the air.
But I want to watch Pumpkins because there was an update to Firewall,
Welcome's in the passport office.
and Raha was fixed, so it's no longer audio that causes the outline to show up. So she's kind of fixed. I think line of sight is much better. Assignments are now released, but they seem to be buggy because I saw his stream earlier, and it seemed as though even though he selected assignments, I don't know if you have to set your assignments or not, but he had bought some, and they weren't live. Like, he would do them. Oh, I have scores up. Hold on.
What is with all these weird issues you're having? Why does the game hate you?
Donnie was having issues opening doors.
There we go.
Last time he was playing.
That's the first time I ever had a grenade like.
Yeah.
And okay, they should be gone now. And the assignments, he was doing them, but there was nothing being tracked. So that was very strange.
I've done that too.
But I want to see how other people play.
Imagine a beta
Don't
test.
stay down here. One can stay down. Two or three upstairs.
I'm wondering if I should run through like
Come on. One up.
Okay, fine.
the safe house and just go to the shooting range and practice with the Pro Tube. See if the Pro Tube is a viable thing here.
There you go.
It's funny though, because Pumpkins is a moderator of the Discord, of the FCE Discord, and even he is complaining about, or he is saying that the ADS is shit,
They're at the same door.
and all these other issues. So like, if a moderator, someone who is very close
The guy up there,
with the devs and very invested in the community,
I
it's
will never doubt you again.
there's a lot of credence to their complaining. You know what I'm saying? It's like me who is complaining about Alvo and the things in Alvo. If I am sitting there and I'm complaining about them, then there's some credence to that because I am so invested. Dude, he looks like he's right on it. What the hell?
Oh, shit.
Is that him shooting?
That's us shooting
I'm-
cameras up here.
It's this night.
I'm not sure
Oh shit! I got
if I
shotgun.
should
can't-
play
I can't
Ultra
come in. It's over. Probably
tonight or if I should play something
Can't
else.
revive you in time.
What's up? I told you.
I almost wanted to play Godfall for a little bit because I don't have to think too much about it. But I wanted to play Light Brigade because I want to hop in VR again, you know?
Revive. I contributed.
I contributed by distracting.
They've also given you many more opportunities to get more crypto. They've given you many more opportunities to earn experience. There's like a teamwork bonus. There's other bonuses.
Validity 10.
I don't know. And I don't know, like, I'm going to see...
Hitmarker was just in the wrong direction of where you were getting shot from. Says Donna. Yeah, I don't understand the hit marker in this game. I just see like this white line appear and I don't really know where to look. You're greed. For greed you bleed, says Rogue. Ling Lung says you should try changing your L2 button to L1 in accessibility. Kinda helps with natural ADS and interactions with doors, crypto, etc. It's a good idea, I've heard it, but I don't want to go messing with it in the like PlayStation settings. It's too messy. I want first contact to patch it in. Give me that
Like
option.
100,000.
Different
Sorry, I'm just
schemes.
responding to Discord.
'Cause a jammer is
I play with a
basic
lot of wonderful
stuff
people,
you
so...
should have. Just basic equipment.
But do you think the jammer is something that we should have at the beginning, Tsuki?
I said level 15 and 100,000 to buy it. That would be fair. You'd have to grind a bit to get to it, but it's basic equipment. You don't have to take forever and have $1 million.
I just like
You need to aim when you got a shotgun.
getting them to repeat
Right?
the same
Facts.
thing.
Did I ever share? I don't think I shared on this stream my
Super quick.
This way.
'Cause they're gonna be out trying to
my whatchamacallit, my shotgun my shotgun montage. Did I show you my shotgun montage? Actually, I don't need to open up Twitter for that.
Some of us are a
I
little
should
bit
have it.
fast, some of us are a little bit fast and can't run as fast as others.
Here, I'll show you my shotgun montage in Alvo, not in Firewall. Check this. See if I can find it. Hold on. All right. Well, ixnay that. Hold on. Let's see. That's the Uzi one. All right. Fun little video. Fun little video. Wow, I put you so far back. Jeez, because I left for a second. Yeah, problems using the pump. Yeah, man, it can be difficult. So like, I'll give you an example of what I do. Right. So I'm holding it like so, right? And when you grip the front, as long as you're holding the grip, you'll always hold on to the front. Now you can't pump it like that, but to pump you have to hold the trigger button. So when you want to pump, hold the trigger button and then pump, and you should be good. And then every time just do that, and you should be all right. And that way you'll never let go. What a lot of people end up doing, and I don't know if this is what you're doing. I'm just saying like this is what a lot of people have been doing. They hold the front. They hold the front trigger, not gripping, right? So if I take that away, they're only holding the trigger so they can pump all the time, but then they pump accidentally because they don't have a stock or something like that. And then like I can't run shotgun with stock, but they're always holding it with the front, which means that they're always pumping and they're wasting ammo, and then they might try to pump while they're in the middle of shooting. and it messes everything up. So like you want to hold with the trigger. Did that break too? Yo, all my shit is breaking, bro. I'm gonna have to get some new stuff for my stock. Like, look at this. Oh, that's broken.
Maybe we should just
But yeah, give that a go. Run in like training or something like that and see if that helps. That when I figured that out way back when, it's like that completely changed things for me in with using the shotgun. Okay, it seems like they're having a pretty decent time, so I wonder if it's good enough to hop back in, but I don't know. I don't know. Is there anything... I love watching these reaction videos, by the way, being such a massive Assassin's Creed fan. Watching people react to the trailers, not having any... Like this guy right here, Blaze, like he has never played the series, and his theorizing. Yeah, sawed off in Revolver are great. Same with the sawed off in Uzi. But he doesn't know anything about the universe, so hearing his theorizing is really fun. Really, really fun. Is there anything worth looking at? I don't know if there's anything worth looking at, man. I keep watching these videos of Rent. What's up, Titch? I keep watching these videos of that High Ren song, and every time I hear that High Ren song, it's just like, I don't know. It's such a good song. Oh, I wanted to watch this. I was watching part of it, but I didn't finish it. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna play tonight if I do. But I wanted to go live for a little bit. CS2, man, like I love watching competitive CS:GO.
So we're unbanned.
But without really knowing the teams too well and the team composition, it's sometimes hard to follow.
So we'll get to indirectly choose the map.
Why are we banning Inferno and Mirage, guys? Those are my best maps.
Do you see that? That's their best maps too. Do you see that's all they've won.
Did you send that to me? Because we'll watch it here.
So there's actually like a okay. Whoa. Oh my god.
There's not much.
Okay, so like what they're talking about, this is a new system in CS2. So before you had map bans, right? You could ban whatever map that you didn't care for. But what they have now with regards to stats per player, it's the stats per player is not just like, KDR. It's not just number of captures, blah blah, all the basic stuff, right? It's not just that stuff. They also keep player stats of how many times you frequent a map. So what you can see here, based on the opposing team composition, these are the maps that they prefer. You can see they love to go to Inferno, they love to go to Mirage, and they love to go to Overpass. Not a lot of people go to Vertigo. They don't really care, but they completely skip Nuke, Ancient, and Anubis, right? Pretty much primarily. So as this team, who's Tim's team, they're the ones working on the bans. They're like, okay, they love Inferno and Mirage. These seem to be like their two favorite, because look how far out in was that an octagon? Yeah, an octagon. It's like 1, 2, like seven lines. They're like, okay, let's ban these because those are their favorites.
I'm gonna be honest, bro, they put me on Ancient and Anubis. I don't know. Oh god, go Overpass.
We got you.
Yeah, ban Ancient. Oh my god, this is huge. I know Overpass. Yeah.
We gotta ban Nuke because my worst map.
It's already banned. They banned it.
Nice, we're good. Holy
So I think it's a really cool system, but that's a lot of data collection.
Pick the map, kind of.
That's a lot of
back
back-end work, like data collection that they need to ensure that system runs smoothly.
This is late.
Dice.
I'm done.
Hey. Dice, no dice.
I think I just insta-goosed him.
Oh, later. I'm fine.
Alright, well, nice shot.
I haven't played CS at all. I've never played it, by the way.
1v1.
So like for me, I'm just a viewer and I enjoy it. But Alvo is very close to this, and I cannot wait. Skip to 640, 650. Okay.
Is there friendly fire in this game?
Yeah, don't shoot me. Please.
How did he not kill him?
Clear. Could be a behind truck actually.
Jump up one.
But Albo is so similar to this in a lot of
I'm
regards.
playing safe. I'm playing safe. My smoke like ricocheted off a rock.
But I can't wait for the PSVR 2 version to come out because I can barely see in the Oculus Quest. Like either my eyes are going bad or I'm really tired or I don't know, but like I can barely see. You played CS1? But you wanted to download something else.
I think he's in this.
Counter-Strike is like a very easy game to learn, very hard to master kind of experience, right? Like there are some games like StarCraft, it could be very hard to learn and very hard to master. But when it comes to shooting games like CSGO is not complicated. You have a buy system, which means you have an economy, and however much money you get per round, you have to figure out what to spend on for weapons and utility. Not too complicated to understand. And then you also have to either defend, or you either have to defend or you have to attack. That's it, right? Very simple. Very simple. The hard thing to master is the strategy behind the lanes, behind the economy. This Fortnite, Jack Ryan, come on now. This Fortnite, come on now. I don't know who you're doing dirty more, Fortnite or CS.
I was holding that the entire time, Denny.
You like RPG games more? Yeah. Well, if you're a competitive player, if you like FPS and shit, then like this is kind of right up your alley. But you know me, I'm a mix of the two.
I mean, there's no way we're leaving this, right? Counter-Strike.
Come on. Come on, you know, see it. You know that they're gonna keep that. They're gonna keep that in game. You know it. No, not pre-recorded. What, my video? No, like this. So this is one of Tim's videos. I actually watched most of this live, but I think I missed parts of it. So I just wanted to watch it, kind of talk about it.
What?
Like I'm still a little salty after my match today, but I'm feeling better. Like.
I actually hate this.
I think that if we played at 4, I think we would have been better. But it is what it is, you know. Good on them. Now we have to try to fight for 3rd, but I won't be playing. I already told the team like I don't want to play. I might not even cast. I don't even think I want to cast either.
Why is he expecting me there?
And CS:GO is like it's complicated because the TTK is so low, right?
Go fucking be. Stop.
The TTK is pretty low. Like it doesn't take a lot to kill someone.
Let me see it.
All right, dude.
It really doesn't. So the weapons, the only thing you have to worry about in CS is weapon recoil management. That's it.
I caught that nade.
And crazy thing, they added a new setting in CS2 where you can have it so that what the fuck is it called? The reticle, right? The crosshairs. It follows the recoil.
And I went to strafe into whoever was next to me.
It's a very fucking hard game, Jack. A very hard game. So like they added in CS2, you know, like in typical games when your gun is recoiling, the crosshair follows, and then like you have to try to control that by pulling it down. CS has never had that. CS has always had the gun will recoil, but the crosshair will stay center at all times. So you always had to pull the reticle down as the gun, so the bullets in the reticle would actually separate. These guys don't like the reticle, the crosshairs following the recoil. I don't understand that, bro. I want the reticle to be following the bullet trajectory. Am I strange? Is that weird? Because I feel like that's messed up. Like, why wouldn't you have the crosshairs following? Like, because the crosshairs is supposed to be where you're looking at down sight, theoretically. And if it doesn't follow the recoil trajectory, it's like, what? Makes no sense.
Yeah, monster. Yeah,
Valorant is hard for me to watch. I watched it when it first came out. Never wanted to play it because it's not my style of game. But Valorant is very hard to watch because it's hero shooter CS:GO. And you have people with different move sets, and they're kind of cool, but Yo, what's going on, Kate?
Let's party.
Kate Boom? K8 Boom?
Oh,
I'm gonna call you Boom.
What's wrong with this AK? Am I shooting Nerf bullets?
So like, I don't really like care so much about Valorant. I'll watch like Shroud play it. I'll watch a couple other people play it. There's this female streamer I watch, Kat. She plays it too, but I don't really follow it. Like I don't quite understand. CS:GO is simple, right? CS:GO is like Rocket League. You got one objective: plant the bomb, or stop them from planting the bomb. Right? Rocket League is hit ball into goal. These are very simple games to watch. When you watch Valorant, it's like watching Overwatch. There's too much shit going on. There's too many heroes with too many abilities, and it's a lot, man. So like I can't really watch Valorant too much. And he's playing with Flom right now. And Flom is I think he's an X. I'm pretty certain he's an X pro. I don't think he's an active pro right now. I'm pretty certain he's retired. He might do small tournaments here and there, but Flom is a beast.
That grenade, by the way.
FL0M over on Twitch if you guys are interested. You want to watch someone Flom he's really good. He and Shroud even play together, but I don't think they ever played together on Cloud9. I don't think that's what Flom was on. But he's very good. I can't tell what nationality he is. It's like I think he's I want to say Norwegian, but if you think that's a lot of heroes in it. So I haven't watched Paladins, but I've watched League of Legends, and that's absurd. Like, Smite already has enough characters in it, right? And then I watched League of Legends, and I'm like, are you kidding me? How do you counter this? How do you counter, like, near or over 100 different characters? This is crazy. That's one of the issues with with League of Legends. They have way too many heroes. Sorry, legends. Way too many legends, which results.
God, I just got chills right there.
Wow, he got a rare inspect. You see that shit? Not only do you have like so many legends, but now you have to balance all those legends. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
They don't. They're fake.
Did you spend $65,000? Wow.
Oh, I think my game just crashed. So
Win
that's-
9
great.
additional matches.
So they were playing ranked there. Yeah, just not a fan, man. Just not a fan. I gotta watch this tonight. Big fan of like watching horror stuff. So like ghost hunting, I'll do a lot of that. Let's see. What else is there? Oh, Titch's thing. Here, hold on. I want to check this out.
Hey everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you a little bit of my process for creating
Paladins
a piece
is,
like this entirely
59.
in Blender, using both 3D and
Hold
2D.
on. Get Titch. Hello?
Yo.
All right. What was 640? All right, let's get to 640. Well, okay. All right, let's check this out. What are we looking at here?
Let me jump there with you.
I'm at 641.
So
I see a model of a vending machine. I'm gonna hit play in 1, 2, 3.
hold on. I got mounted out here.
What?
Just a sec.
All right, now I'm at 642.
I got 2 ads.
God damn it! You see what you're doing? You're delaying things. I've had enough delays today. I've had enough delaying today.
This will be much quicker than that one. Believe me.
I fucking hope
What
so.
are we? 640.
642.
There you go.
Editor. Changing our view to
Yeah. So
rendered
anyway,
mode
ignoring the
and
overall
bringing
modeling
in a
because
sun lamp
you've
as
seen me
our light
model stuff
source.
before.
Yeah.
But
I
see,
changed the
that's some
strength
really
to
super cool
somewhere
stuff.
around
Okay, so
10
notice like the
and
shadows
rotate
here,
it
right?
so that the
Like,
light
pretty
is coming in
straightforward.
from the right
Yeah.
side
Lighting.
and casting a shadow
But
on
what
the
it
left.
does here is like at first I was like, wait, what?
We'll be using a very simple toon shader for this
Body.
project, and to
Okay.
set that up, we just need to take our principled BSDF,
So
plug
Okay.
that into a shader to RGB nodes.
it takes the shader, turns it into like a flat
color ramp.
RGB, and then like
Setting
runs
the
it
color
through
ramp
color
to
ramp
constant,
to
we can now
basically
use these 2
define
points to change
the-
both our light and
the light
shadow
and the
color.
shadow. Like I was like,
Okay,
holy,
fair
I
enough.
never-
Yeah, that's.
Using the plus button on the
I was like,
color
this
ramp.
is- I never
but
even
I felt
thought
2
about doing
colors
something
was
like this.
enough
Like
for
that's
this material.
insane.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of
little
like
tip for our shadow color. I not
almost
only
a
darken the
mix between
value,
like
but
Fallout
also
and
shift
Borderlands.
the hue a little towards blue
Like the because
and
Borderlands
boost
is cell
saturation
shading, right?
just a tad. This
but
helps our
Fallout
colors
has like
feel
a very
lot more
similar like
vibrant
comic-y
and
style.
natural.
I like how he made the
For our
shader
other
though, like
objects, I take the
he
same
changed the
material we
colors
just
to be about
made
the
and
same,
hit the
but
little
because
number
they're
with the
shaded
name to make an editable
different.
copy
Yeah.
of the
So
material.
they have a darker and then a light.
Yeah,
Using
that's
the
pretty
But,
cool.
like, how-
before I
It was
adjust
just
the
super cool
colors
how it's
as
like
I see fit.
it's calculated on like where the light is and where like what
to
is
quickly
would
add the
be
same
shadow.
material to
Yeah,
other
That
yeah.
was what blew up. I was like, wait,
select all
what?
the objects
Like,
you
with
want,
just that?
and finally select the object with the material you want to copy. Hit Control L and select Link Materials.
So
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
hold on.
Now you can repeat the process with your
So what's
other
the
objects.
what's the final
So
product?
if we go, hold on, I'm just gonna.
Oh, here's a
if you
grease
would give me a
pencil.
sec. Yeah. Okay. So hold on. So yeah. So if we're gonna
12.
skip forward,
1147. Should I go to 1220?
Let's
1147 is
outline.
fine.
Oh, hold on, I got an
By
ad.
the time this Bills fan is finished
Yeah.
drinking,
So the 1147. This is what like
And
blew
Okay.
me away.
set the collection to mesh, layer to mesh, and material to outline. And just like that, we have an
That's
outline
Among Us
of
right
all of
there,
our
dude.
meshes.
That's
You want to make
100%
sure you
Among
have
Us.
a camera in your scene at this point,
But just-
as with this modifier, all the lines are drawn from
Oh
the
wow, he
camera
can
angle.
okay, he modifies the thickness even. Okay,
Just
now we're into
adjusting the line
Futurama.
thickness here
That
to
looks like
find
Futurama.
something that looks
So
nice.
right away I was like, what? Like it just outlines everything. Like I was like, holy crap! Like that's insane.
Yeah, that's like going into like a
Edit type
Word
tab
doc
in
or no,
material, I
like
change it from
sorry, that's like
contour
going
to
into an Excel
individual
doc and just
silhouette
working
and
hit
uncheck
clicking the
crease.
borders.
I like to have control of where the lines are drawn
Like
within
material
my object,
borders,
and I'll show you a
like,
little trick
and all
for
of a sudden,
doing that in just a second.
it just like bam.
Also
it
make
just
sure to
like
check
separates
material borders
all of
here,
the,
as that will draw a line.
like,
But
around
you
the
have to
borders.
identify the
Separate
materials,
material,
right?
Such as our
That's what I
white
mean. Like it
stripes
just
and the
accentuates everything. Like as soon as you
labels
click,
on
as soon as you
the
click that
borders.
thing, all of a sudden just everything pops. Like I'm like,
Since
what?
the lines are drawn from the camera, anytime you're out of your camera view,
Like,
things
isn't that
will look
wild?
a little bit weird.
Yeah,
For
yeah, but
drawing
it's all
lines
it's all
exactly where you
fixated on
want
the
them, in edit mode.
I can
select
see though
all the
that it's all
edges you
fixated on
want
the
drawn,
perspective.
right click and
It
hit
is.
mark freestyle
But
edge.
Still, that's because it's
Any edge
projected
that has
from.
been marked will
from
be
the
drawn
camera.
within the line
Yeah.
art modifier.
But it's so
You can create really
Oh,
cool
okay,
images,
you know
that's
why?
for
Okay,
sure.
So hold on. You know why? Because we gotta go back to okay, so if we go
Here's where I realized I
back
got a little ahead of
to-
myself and forgot to actually fill out
Here's-
the machine. I'm doing so just by duplicating objects again, but also
spot he
creating
does.
linked duplicates with Alt-D.
another
This means that any edits I make to one of them, such as the material, will be copied over to the others. I then grab all the bottles and put them within their own collection just to keep things organized.
Bottles. Get your bottles of water.
bottle war.
Bottle of water.
Here I thought we could do with a bit more color variation, so I'm just changing up the materials on some of these.
He was very quick with and he does have it all sped up. I was gonna say he's very quick with it, but I think he's just speeding up the video.
Yeah, he does. There was one other spot where he used like some really super cool trick.
I also thought these panels could do with a bit
the
more
shading, and I was
details,
like,
so I'm
oh,
just
wow.
insetting some faces and assigning them to a new material slot.
Oh yeah, it's 990
And we're going back in time?
yeah, because 9 minutes. So this is a so if you could come back to 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Next,
So-
we'll add a light path node.
So if you
and
pause here
plug
for a
the
second, I'll kind of
is
like have a
camera
quick
rate.
explanation as to kind of like normally what we do. So normally on the world output, which is that red output, so
Yeah.
that's normally where we input so the background node. So the background node normally just goes from background into surface. On the color side of the background node, which is that first green one,
Yeah, the
into
background.
into the color socket, normally we put in our HDRI, which is like the world that is giving the light. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? When I always say about like lighting, proper lighting, you use HDRIs. So normally it's just like an environment texture or an HDRI, which is like the sphere, and the light calculations, and that goes into the surface of the world. But what he does here using the light paths is like, so this is how he was able to get the gradient. So if you watch it, he actually separates the two backgrounds on the mix shader using the light rays that are actively going to the camera.
The color and the lighting.
So in camera ray, he sent to the
bottom
mix
background
shader.
node, we can adjust the color.
Yeah, so now he
affecting
separated the
lighting.
background from the from
And here I am changing
not
it to a
affecting
nice pale yellow.
the mesh, because
I
normally
switched the
if you
shader
change
editor
the
back to
background
object and
lighting,
make a few
it would
adjustments
affect
before working on
how the camera
stripe details
or how the
of our
mesh
machine.
is viewed by the camera. It's no different like
To do
if you
this,
turn on a bunch of
in
lights,
edit mode,
you
I
look
create a
paler.
loop cut around the center and
If you
bevel
turn
it
off
to
lights, you
split
look
it into.
darker, right? It affects the
With
color
those
of the
spaces
mesh.
still selected,
But that
in
was
the
a super
material
neat
tab,
trick.
I add another
super neat trick. I
material
was like,
slot and
holy
assign
crap!
those
I never
faces to
even
it.
like
I once again make a copy of our
like
material.
to just be able to
and
separate the
adjust
background so
colours
you can
accordingly.
adjust all the lighting and the coloring you want to the background.
So
without
so it's
affecting how it
taking
affects the mesh.
it's
insane.
taking
I was like,
an existing like box. I don't know what you call those,
I'm
but
just adjusting
it's
the
taking an existing
topology
one
a
and
little
just
bit
connecting
here
it
and
to
using the knife
a
tool
different
Yeah, so
node.
that I can cut out the area.
are you
the
talking about
stripe
for
on
the
front of our machine.
Well, I mean, he
materials
just
or for the world?
no. I mean, like, it's interesting that like
Colors feel a lot more
I don't know.
vibrant.
Come on, get to the
Background.
point. So like, looking at the light one, he
Yeah.
just simply took the camera ray and brought it to the mix shader
So correct.
to
So what
separate the
that,
two.
so
But
yeah,
it seems so simple.
it does, and it was something in the. It's interesting to think about because Blender will calculate what light is entering the camera, and what light doesn't,
Uh-huh.
and so that's why I'm saying like is camera ray, and that camera ray. Now, if you were to look at that as an image, you would have like everything that is blocking light, which would be the mesh, would technically be black,
Mhm.
and then all of everything around that mesh would be white. So because of that, when you run that to the factor, the black is basically saying anything that's black is controlled by the first background shader. And then anything that is white is controlled now by the bottom background shader. So we're splitting our viewport into these two scenes, separate scenes basically, and then controlling them individually, which was just like, I was like, holy crap, like that is wild. Like to just be able to basically just separate those things and be like, well, this does not affect this based on like what light is able to.
So by
actually reach
adding the
camera.
in-camera ray to the mix shader, it has effectively separated the impact of the background shaders,
Correct.
and they no longer interact with each other.
And they no longer interact with the lighting of the mesh because all it's doing is saying if it.
But that's only. But that's also saying it's only through the camera ray. It's only
Correct.
coming through the camera.
Correct.
So you'd have to like, if I don't know about these other rays or whatever,
So
but
you can use them different ones, yes. So like it is shadow, like so is shadow ray. So in other words, if something is a shadow, if we were to use that, it would then pick up like you can see there's a shadow cast on the bottom of the right. So if we were to use is shadow ray, then basically anything that would be a shadow cast now would be separated or be selected by that output.
that's pretty nuts.
It was just the way that like so normally
I like
what the reason this threw me off is because normally to make a background color like this
camera animation.
not affect
So switching our bottom
the,
window back to timeline.
the image
I
is
implement
normally what we do is we run a
rotation
plane
keyframes
underneath the
using
object
our camera
and then
control object,
like curve it
taking
up the
care not
back.
to rotate
Does that make
too
sense?
far,
Mhm.
as
Almost like a
doing so
drop
might
sheet of,
break the illusion of some
a
of our grease
photography.
pencil drawings,
Like we were
our
going to
grass.
get your picture done.
To make
The
a
drop
nice
sheet
loop,
comes down and
make
then
sure
like
first
has a
and
nice
final
sweeping motion
keyframes are the
underneath
same.
and it's
Before
that,
rendering
that
this out,
sweeping motion
in
that
your
takes
grease
away any
pencil
of the shadows and the
object
light,
under
so you get
view
that
layer
solid
properties,
look
you
at
want
that
to
solid
make
color.
sure
That's
that
normally how we do
bind
it.
and Z
But I
is
was
checked,
so shocked when he
otherwise
did that. I
they
was
may
like,
not render
what?
properly.
Like
It-
rather
it's-
than
it-
adding mesh, you can just drop two
And
nodes
you're
in and be
ready
done with
to-
it. Like what?
It's really cool that you bring that up because UE5 just came out with a brand new update itself. I think it was 5.3. So I watched Asmongold's reaction to this, but UE5 is before things were almost photorealistic for the given fact that they're static images, right? And so UE5 was able to allow you to do that, but anytime you try to shift something, like anytime something moved, it had to be lower quality because otherwise it'd be taking up too much data, right? Like it had a lot of processing.
Recalculations, yeah.
But 5.3 has now made it so that you can
Unreal Engine 5.3
you can actually have as high detail with movable
landscapes.
objects
When Unreal Engine 5 came out, it
as
introduced a
static
revolutionary new
objects,
way to
apparently.
render geometry called nanites. To briefly sum up nanites, every
My
object
wife
you
uses
see
my
in
clothes.
computer
Hold on.
graphics
Yeah.
is made up of tiny flat planes of geometry called polygons.
I gotta
The
get
more
naked.
polygons you have in your
Oh,
environment,
too bad my
the
camera's not
longer
on.
it will take to render. This is why video games have made a system called level of detail, or LOD for short. The further away an object is from the camera, the less polygons.
And this is what's so great about Nanite is that regardless of how far away you are, Nanite will allow you to have as many polygons exist
dynamic level
simultaneously,
detail, which means you can have an object
at the same
with
time.
millions of polygons without any LODs. Because the geometry deforms,
this,
lowering the amount of polygons on an object.
specific,
A good example of nanite in use is this
scene with that
city.
statue
If I
there,
come up to lit,
with all that.
nanite,
That was when they were
triangles,
first,
we can see nanite
when
in
they were
action.
doing the
Every
real-time
color is
lighting.
an individual polygon, and
Yeah.
there are millions of them. The biggest issue with nanite
Millions,
is that
you
when it
mean
released,
trillions
it only worked on
of nanites
non-moving
there.
static objects. It was only really good for objects like rocks and cliffs. This changed with the Unreal Engine 5.1 update. It introduced nanite foliage, which gave us the ability to create forests with an unlimited amount of detail.
So look at
Here's
all
a
those
world with
trees.
over
Those all
100,000
exist
trees
in real
without
time
any LODs.
without
But
loss
landscapes,
of
which is the
detail.
biggest part of any environment,
Okay, so
was
what's
still
wild about
using
that?
nanite. Landscapes allow us to create large open worlds easily. Using the tool, we can
Trees?
sculpt, add height maps,
And I can tell you this
and
from
paint
making
different
trees
materials quickly.
Blender.
This means
Trees
landscapes were
are
stuck using low
absolute
resolution
hell
geometry,
to render.
and it hurt our game's performance
Yeah,
because Unreal has
but
a
there's
hard
no
time
rendering,
non-nanite objects. In all the tech demos that
degradation
Bethesda released, to
because
avoid
of the
these issues,
nanites.
they didn't use landscapes. Instead, they faked landscapes. This desert ground isn't actually a landscape. Instead, it is a bunch of nanite objects
Yeah.
stacked on top
So
of each
this
other
is the
to
big
make it
change
look
in
like a landscape.
5.3. They now
Finally, in
include
5.3,
landscapes
nanite
as
officially
opposed to
supports
before. It was just
landscapes.
stacking
Activate nanite,
different
select your landscape, and then within the details panel, enable
different
nanite,
landscapes.
and then build data. Now that it's
Which
enabled,
there's still-
you
you
can
still
watch
do.
the geometry
No way.
dynamically deform. It is that easy to enable nanites on our landscapes. In the first version of UE5, we made this village on the channel.
Is it like auto
But at the
decimating?
time, the only objects using nanites were rocks and the buildings. Now in UE 5.3,
What were you saying?
the entire world is
I
nanites.
said, is it
There
auto
isn't a
decimating?
single object that isn't using nanites.
So they can do
means
this
we can get an
procedurally.
infinite amount of detail from our environment.
That's what I mean. It's
and the
decimating
performance is a
itself
lot better.
as it
Yeah.
goes further
Nanite
away.
landscapes
Yeah.
can now
No,
also
no, well,
use
I mean, like,
tessellation to
every-
add more detail.
Everything
In
stays
UE4, we
like
had
you don't
tessellation,
lose
which
any
allowed us to
detail
create displacements from a
over
high
distance.
texture. When Unreal Engine 5 released, it was removed.
So
But now it
LODs
is
are no
back
longer
and
an
is
issue.
using
So
nanites.
everything
This
that you
means we can
see,
change objects from the
regardless of how
material
far
editor.
away you are or
We have
how
a brand
close
new
you are,
feature called
it's still the
displacement,
same number
where the
of
high texture
of
goes.
nanites,
Tessellation can convert any
which is
simple mesh
crazy.
into an object with thousands of polygons just with a texture. Here's an environment with a landscape
Waiting for
that
Rocket
isn't
League on
using
Unreal Engine
displacement.
5.
I
The
know,
world
right?
feels
I mean,
kinda flat,
Fortnite's already in
and here's the same
Unreal Engine
landscape
5.
with displacement.
Is it really?
The
Yeah.
ground has
They
depth.
they
sucks.
they
It
actually
looks a lot
have
better.
a
Everything you
building
see on
mechanism or
screen,
mechanic
except
in
for
there
plants,
for
is
people
the
to actually
landscape.
build their own
All
worlds.
the
Like, have you
rocks,
ever
twigs,
seen
and
that?
roots are not objects.
No, I
They
haven't
are a
played
high texture.
Fortnite in
And
years.
whenever I make a change,
I
to
haven't
my
played it
landscape,
either, but
the nanite
let's
displacement
see.
remains in effect.
So they
For the
they also
first
did
time in
better
gaming, we're
volumetric
not
lighting
limited by
in
how
here
many
as well,
polygons
and
are on the
allowed you to
screen.
have
We can have
rather than
infinite
static fog, like
geometry
active
everywhere.
fog.
The next major feature is better volumetric fog and smoke. Unreal's had volumetric fog for a while, which gives us the ability to have realistic light scattering in fog and smoke. To enable volumetric fog is easy. You just have to click
What about
volumetric fog
caustics?
within the height fog to turn it on. Now we get
Look at
dynamic
that. Click of a
fog
button.
that interacts
You get
with the
dynamic
lighting.
fog.
So I can move the sunlight around, and you'll
God
see
rays.
those God rays change direction. It is the secret to make any of your environments
That's
stand out.
crazy, bro.
Here are before and afters of an animation with and without volumetric fog. The world feels more realistic, and it looks visually more interesting with fog. The only issue in Unreal was that it was problematic to create finely detailed fog. It could only be used to create large splashes, and it was hard to use volumetrics for complex shapes like explosions. Instead, explosions and smoke had to be faked with billboards. Billboards
Yeah.
are just a
Right now.
flat surface with an animated texture.
Billboards.
You can see that this is just one single plane. The smoke isn't actually 3D. Obviously, this doesn't look the best, because when I move the lighting in my environment, the smoke
I mean, it
stays
certainly doesn't
exactly
look the best,
same.
not only because
We
of the
don't see any
lighting
changes,
and the lack of
because
any
after
kind of
all,
refraction,
This is just a flat 2D texture.
but it doesn't look anywhere
In
near as
5.3,
detailed as its
sparse
environment.
volume textures fix this. We can now
Yeah.
import complicated volumetric simulations from programs like Jenga
Although-
FX. Here is a sparse volume explosion
make it a 2D
imported from Jenga FX
that
into
looks-
Unreal. And if
Man,
I pause the simulation,
voxels.
you
Jesus.
can see it is not being faked by billboards. This smoke simulation is completely 3D. If I move the light around, it will dynamically change the way the smoke looks. The smoke is able to cast shadows onto itself.
That's so
We
cool,
can even
man.
use sparse volume
You can do it
textures
for
to
clouds,
represent
too.
clouds. And what's amazing about these clouds compared to
No, the
Unreal's
clouds are
default
actually
cloud system
3D
is that I can
objects.
move them around and rotate them. So I get full control over where my clouds are in the sky. And if we zoom out, we can even see that these clouds are massive objects that I can move around and place them exactly where I want them to be.
That's
Volumes
so cool.
can even replace some particle effects. For example, this fire here
I
is
never
very
thought
similar
of
to the
this about the
explosion,
fire, though.
where if I go into wireframe view mode,
This is
it
crazy.
just
I
a
never
couple
knew
of
about
2D
this.
planes that simulate a fire animation. And then if I look down directly at it, this effect immediately breaks. And now here's that particle effect, but it's replaced with a sparse volume texture. And this fire is now completely in 3D.
That's dope.
It's not a 2D plane that's facing the camera.
So it's pretty much
if we look
eliminating
at it
the
from
need for
top
like
down, the effect doesn't break.
camera
This
tricks,
fire
like
is
positioning
real and it
tricks to make
exists
it
in our
look
world.
like it exists in a
Another
3D
major
space,
feature
even
is
though
that
it's
we
a
can now
billboard.
create animatable characters directly in Unreal Engine. In Unreal, we have been able to create rigs and animate characters. This animation you're looking at right now was animated entirely in Unreal. It wasn't created in another program like Blender or Maya. The biggest part missing in the character creation workflow was skeletal mesh editing, which is the process of creating bones in a character. UE 5.3 adds a skeletal mesh.
So now they
edit.
have a skeletal
This means we can create
editor.
bones and weight paint directly
And
in
you
the
can even
editor.
create the
It
bones.
is
I
now
didn't see
possible
that
in
part
Unreal
before.
through
You can
modeling,
literally
weight
just
painting
add
bones,
bone
rigging,
structures.
and animating using
Did
sequencer
they not have
to
rigging
create an entire
before?
character.
They didn't have
just using
rigging
Unreal.
before in Unreal.
We also get a new cloth
No.
editor to create realistic simulations for
But now they
clothes.
do.
Users can define exactly how
So you
a
have to
cloth
rig.
simulation can interact
But now
with
you
the
can even
character.
add
And then
different bone
artificial
structures
intelligence will
to
bake
like
that interaction
even non-human
into an
characters
animation.
and stuff.
Reflections also
Which is
got a
really
major
cool.
update. If you don't know, Unreal Engine 5
Blender was
introduced
always
a
able to
brand
do
new
that.
lighting system called
But you always
Lumen.
had to
Lumen
you always
gives
had
us
to
dynamic
import
bounce lighting in
from
real
Blender
time.
or the other
It is important to
program
know that
into
bounce
one of
lighting
these
is also called
other
global
programs.
illumination.
But now
Global
Unreal has
illumination
it
is a process
itself.
of light rays bouncing around,
So you don't have to use one of
illuminating
those
your entire
other
world.
programs.
Before Lumen, game developers faked global
interesting that they use
illumination
that image-
through a
or
process
that
called
image
light
there.
baking.
The
Light baking
sphere
is
and
rendering
the
bounce lighting
cylinder?
before the game is played. This
This is
render
a common
is then
thing
stored
used
in a
in,
texture called a light map, which is then overlaid
show,
on top of the world to make it look
in
like the
Blender,
light is
the
bouncing
differences
around
of
in
light
real time, when in
calculations.
reality, it's just a pre-rendered texture. But now
But
the
light
problem
mapping
that
is a
global
big thing,
illumination
which
isn't real time.
is
As soon as
used
I make a
for
change
like
to our light map,
so many
it is
different
no longer in
applications.
sync.
Alvo is getting
You have to
away from
remake
light
the entire
mapping.
environment
They're
all
going to
over
go with the
again, which is
real-time dynamic
time-consuming.
lighting,
This is why Lumen is a big deal.
which
because
is
it
dope.
true
I'm so
real-time
excited for that.
global illumination. We don't have to bake our lights, but the downside is that Lumen is very expensive to run. Not every computer can
Yeah,
run
this
it
is
because it
interesting,
is
what they do
computationally
here.
intensive. This is why Unreal games like Valorant still use baked lighting. It is a competitive game, so every frame matters. If we open up a Valorant map in Unreal, you will see it using baked lighting. If I move an object, the light doesn't update until I rebake the environment. Even though Lumen exists, a lot of games still have to use baked lighting because it is just more performant. You could get 120 frames with baked lighting. It's hard to get that many frames with Lumen. Hardware hasn't caught up yet. This environment is using baked lighting. And one of the biggest issues with baked lighting is that it doesn't have any reflections. You'll
Yeah,
see that
no
this
reflection.
entire environment is broken because the reflections aren't working. And we can fix this by manually adding in reflections by using a reflection capture within Visual Effects, Sphere Reflection Capture. This will capture a 360-degree texture of my environment and then project it onto any reflective surfaces. The workflow to get reflections everywhere is that now I have to create another reflection capture and move it to where there's a bunch of reflections. And then I have to create another one and then continue the process throughout the entire environment. And if we have a large environment, this process can be very tedious. Here's an environment that's using Lumen, and reflections work immediately. We do not need reflection captures. But the issue is that we had to use Lumen Global Illumination, which hurts our performance. In 5.3, we now have the ability to use Lumen reflections with baked lighting. So we do not have to use Lumen Global Illumination to get Lumen reflections. To get this feature, go to the post-process volume and set Global Illumination to none. So we're using the baked lighting and not Lumen, and then set reflections to Lumen. Now we're using baked lighting for global illumination and only using Lumen for reflections. We get the high performance of static lighting with the accuracy of Lumen reflections.
But I'm
Plus,
assuming
we no
you still
longer
have to set
up
all
reflection
those,
captures.
all the baked
Also,
lighting. Like
Lumen
you still have to set all that
now
up.
supports multiple
You're not going to get
bounces.
that dynamic
So
effect.
let's say we have
Even though there are
a mirror right here,
reflections,
and then across
you're
the
not
hallway
going to get
we
that
have a
dynamic
mirror.
effect.
Notice how we can't see the other mirrors in its reflection. That's because we don't have enough reflection bounces. So if we go back into the post-process volume under reflections, we have a brand new setting called max reflection bounces. If I set this to 2, now we can see the reflections. The modeling mode user interface got a facelift, and now it is a lot easier to use. All the tools are neatly organized into categories.
Yep.
And let's say there's a tool I use a lot, like
aware of the
displace.
donut?
Then I can right click and add to
I
favorites.
love donuts.
And now I can quickly access that tool within the
it's
favorites
fucking
tab.
Blender
Mass
Guru's
materials
tutorial.
like foliage are now
Oh, is it?
20% faster.
Yeah,
And
it's
there
a
are more
Blender
shadow
fucking tutorial
options for
donut.
Nanite to help optimize shadows. Unreal Shadow System, called Virtual Shadow Maps, are right now the main bottleneck to foliage.
Hey,
So
Karen.
this gives us more control over
Karen
what
says, "What's
types
up?"
of shadows should trees cast. And
This is
finally,
so
a big
cool.
update for Mac users. Nanite is now supported
All right,
on
so
all
this
Apple
is
M2
this is mostly
devices.
for Mac now. This
Finally,
is all
Apple
Mac. I don't really care about Mac, but I just look at this and I think to myself, like, they're ever expanding on this, right? Like they're only at 5.3. It's only had 3 updates, and you can already do like pretty much anything you want in house, and they're finding ways to optimize the processing so that even though you can't get the global illumination, you can still get proper reflections. And yeah, you still have to use baked lighting, but I'm sure at some point they're going to have it so the global illumination will actually be functional and not be as intensive. I mean, they've already done this much. I don't know. I think it's so cool, man. I freaking love that. Yeah, they were tough fights. I don't want to go too much more into it as I did earlier, but I think there's a bit of an unfairness with everything, but it is what it is. They were still tough. Let's see. How to animate in Blender. Was there anything else I wanted to see? Oh, I know that was yesterday. Future of water in video games. Oh, let's check it out. Another Unreal.
Okay, that is oh shit.
Wait, what?
I was just going to say if you go back, if it's still there. Okay, don't move. So middle one, second row. Or sorry, second row, last one. Yeah, that one. I watched this one recently. It's like a fast forward speed of this. It's actually really fucking cool. Again, it's one of those things where, like, I think I was talking to you when I was actually watching this. Or I mentioned to you, I was like, I just watched some like time lapse tutorial. I was like, it's so cool. Anyway, we're back.
Okay, man. Yeah, I think a lot of people were cheering for Paragon, Karen. Nothing was going right. Like, just nothing was going right. There was delay after delay, and then it was going on so long. I needed to do things for my family, and it went beyond what it should have. And I was exhausted. I didn't perform my best because I was overly tired. There were complaints that this happened and that happened. And it was BS that they were lost because of it, and then it was exhausting. So, whatever. and they won. I hate to say it, and actually, I mean, I don't hate to say it, but I don't mean to offend anyone when I say it. But it is true that they complained to the point, or at least they delayed it to the point that they won. And I'm not going to fight it. I just wanted it to be over. They had a lot of we shot so much, and there was a lot of bullet sponging. There was dying from around the corner. That happened to me a couple of times. There was just a whole lot of nonsense that happened, and I didn't care for it. And I was like, whatever. We're 4 hours into this. Let's just freaking end it. Let them have the win. Whatever. I don't care. And then I got really heated because Diver said something that he shouldn't have said. He started getting pissed off with us because things were delayed, but they were the ones that actually delayed it all on a routine basis. So he really should have been upset with his team, not ours. It was just,
All right, I'm back.
It was just absurd. So like when your team is the one that's causing the delays, yet you yell at your opponent because you want it to move faster, like you just need to shut up and understand the reality of things and get over it, because we're all suffering from the same thing. So I'm not sorry I said what I said. I'm not sorry that I was angry, but my intention is not to insult or hurt anyone's feelings. It's just the reality is it was the most unfair fight I have ever witnessed and experienced. And I still hold true to that. If the circumstances were not so stringent because they needed to have someone on their team because they couldn't beat us without someone on their team, we didn't have one of our top players on our team so that we could accommodate them having one of their best players on their team. That's what it came down to. And it's funny because they said that they couldn't compete any later than 3 o'clock, but then dragged it out till 6 o'clock. I mean, that was very confusing. So you drag it out till 6 o'clock, even though one player couldn't play any later than 3. So it was weird. The whole thing was just absurd. But I calmed down a little bit. I got past it a little bit. Played some free-for-all with O'Doyle, Wicked, Captain Caveman, Captain Domino. Slick Rick was in there, and a few others. So it was a good time. I was able to. My shots were on point. I wasn't in first place. I was like occasionally second and third or whatever, because Slick Rick is just so freaking fast. But I don't play free-for-all, so the fact that I was always in the top 3, I was pretty happy. My performance was there. Which just goes to show you, if my performance was that good in free-for-all, then I was clearly screwed with like bullet sponging and some lag spikes and shit like that during the game. But it is what it is. We'll either come in 3rd or 4th. It is what it is. This freaking water, these freaking water physics are crazy though. You get a little too close and some of it breaks, but it still looks really good.
It's funny because I was just asking about caustics, and they look terrible.
Yo, that model's tailbone just broke. Yeah, but the water actually looks really good. Very natural. Like it flows like water, Yeah, it looks great. Obviously from a distance, it's going to look a lot better, and the more close up you get, it's going to lose its gleam a little bit. But for the most part, like this is fantastic. It needs a little more reactivity to the player though. Like it's hitting the environment fine and moving around the environment fine, but you don't see, like with how fast the water's flowing, there's like no ripple effects around the character, as if the character doesn't exist. That's kind of what it looks like to me. Occasionally there's some splashes, but the character gets pulled by the current, which is cool. But again, it's like the water's not like moving around the character. It's like flowing through the character instead. That's kind of strange. They are going to have to improve that.
away. Left the river and now we're headed out for a beach day, baby. We've got the ocean. Look at the size of these waves, dude. This is incredible.
Dope.
Look how good this looks. Do a little dive down, see what we've got going on under here. Look at like all the little god rays and oh, the surface of the water looks insane.
Yeah, that does look really good. But
you can even make out the mountains.
I think you've kind of seen this in some games before.
Deep blue beyond of who knows
Mental looks
what's down
Amish.
here, man. If you wanted to put a jump scare in here, that would be a really good time for it. Looks like we might have broken to the other side of the map. So we're going to go back.
Of course, you had to harass Mental, huh?
Like this, but wow.
Yeah, I said thanks for taking time out of your day.
Stuff swimming around. Obviously, that's not the
plowing the
focus of this.
fields
We got another
to join
boat
us.
over here. Like the assets
How did he do? Did he feel comfortable? Did he do all right?
The fish don't really look that good. Even like the rocks
Did he do all right?
they're not super highly detailed. The point is to watch.
I dare not go back and watch because I can only imagine how uncomfortable that must have been for everybody sitting and waiting that long.
The way all these little beach balls and stuff are bouncing around. I don't know who put this much plastic in the ocean, but I'm not happy about it. The way the water interacts with the rocks here. This is the best.
So I think what's the most important thing to take in with this video, this example, is the way the water moves around the environment and how it interacts with all the other objects. Obviously, I think we have seen some water look a little bit better in some games, but for the most part, yeah, this looks incredible.
This is exactly what would happen. The waves would be thrashing you around like this. Oh my God.
Mick is really gold. Yeah, he's fantastic. It's just natural for him.
But then look at down here. It's all moving with the motion of the ocean.
Yeah, look at that. Everything's flowing even under the water. That's crazy.
It's different than what's happening down here. If we go limp, our body's just it's going to be pulled back and forth all over.
And look at that. Wow.
I guess we kind of tend to float up towards the surface. I guess we're holding our breath or something. Definitely have to have air in us to float like that. But yeah, look at this. Look at the way we're all just being ragdolled around.
Yeah, he's got that very old-timey English comic nature to him, you know?
This is truly miraculous.
He's just a very excitable person, but he's quick-witted, and he comes up with these weird sayings and these weird phrases that I've either never heard or even considered saying before. But I think that just makes me too American, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, the leaves blowing in the wind up there. I mean, that's not as spectacular as everything else we have going on, but still pretty.
You say it's not as spectacular, but it's still really cool with how clean they are actually blowing in the wind.
Last map to check out here is we're on an island at sunset.
Oh my God.
Just us on our own little private
Why are sunsets always like the best looking setting? Like it's the best looking time of day, period.
This is a lot spookier. I don't like this as much. Look, I love the surface of the water. And the way it
makes me think of Assassin's Creed 4. You see the reflection of the character model though on the surface? That's weird. Like it shouldn't have that reflection.
My mind is absolutely blown. Oh, we've got another body here. That's concerning. That is, I'll go limp with you. We can go limp together. This is like
sunrises.
You and your friend being stupid in a pool or something. You know what I mean? Hold on, I'll get over close to you, dude. All right, we're just gonna let the ocean take us for what it wants. But think about
it's Adam and Eve on the shores.
I keep saying GTA because I think about GTA
Titch, did you hear that the kids might not be able to play GTA 6 because apparently they are implementing a facial recognition technology to identify whether or not someone looks to be of the right age. Obviously, this isn't going to be super accurate, but if you aren't, I think they said 17 or older, you won't be able to play it. So if the facial recognition doesn't fully, if it doesn't think that you're actually close to that age, then you won't be able to play the game. Now imagine people with like a baby face who are actually of age who cannot play because they look too young.
That's stupid.
It's kind of fucking dumb, but is there anything? Unparalleled realism. That's 7 months ago. What else is there? So what are you doing, man?
I am currently messing with.
Pi won't be able to play the game then. That was 5 months ago. All right, so love watching Jack Frags, one of my favorite content creators. Such a swell dude. Every bit of this video you see is in Fortnite, which is absolutely crazy.
Believe it or not, what you're looking at right now is Fortnite, and I truly believe that what we're exploring in this
These are creations that people made in Fortnite because they now made it accessible to Fortnite players to create games within Fortnite through the Unreal Engine 5
experiences, game modes, and
program.
make money from their creations, and with it,
Look
you can
how
make
cool
pretty
that
much
is.
anything that you desire in Fortnite, importing custom and existing models, custom animations, custom scripting, Call of Duty type game modes on COD maps, super hot type game modes where time only moves when you do, Peter Griffin dancing, even dirt bike racing across vast sand dunes. And what's cool about this is that you
In
can use
Fortnite.
and build on any of the existing
This is how
mechanics
only
of the game
up
already.
games were made in
Essentially open
Fortnite.
The floodgates here. Think of it in a similar vein as Roblox, but on a AAA engine, UE5. And on top of that,
Wow.
they're offering creators
That's
from
Fortnite?
publishing Fortnite.
That's Fortnite, bro. That's in Fortnite.
Way fucking different.
That the game generates. Now
obviously they have the base Fortnite, but these are creations that people have made in Fortnite.
Experiences. So today, I'm going to play through
that
3
nuts?
scenarios that Epic have published to demonstrate the wide variety of experiences possible. You're going to be surprised at what you're about to see. Drop a like if you enjoyed the vid, leave a comment below how you feel about this, and let's dive right in. So this one is Domination.
John Wick
Completely changed the
in
color
like a
palette,
Call of Duty
and
kind
it's
of
pretty much Call
map.
of Duty Domination. Is that guy just AFK? Looking at the moon, maybe. But yeah, so we've got 3 flags, and I think this is up to
Crazy,
16
dude.
players in total. It's got different.
Think someone recreated Halo? Dude, I bet. But it's got to be weird, like to play a game like this, or play a game like Halo in Fortnite with Fortnite mechanics. It's got to feel weird because like Halo has its own style, right? Call of Duty has its own style. So when you import or recreate these settings and also these game modes into Fortnite,
There's a sniper nest
like
here. Look, you can pick up the
your brain almost wants to say, okay, this is how the game's going to behave, but then it behaves like Fortnite. It's almost like, I don't know,
Need the headshot for the-
that would like
Drop the bomb
throw
or
me
something?
off.
Yeah, these are the different loadouts you can pick.
They didn't have a lot of issues. Yeah, it seems as though the matchmaking's improved. They fixed Raha, so Raha is now line of sight targeting rather than audio, which is what she was at before, which is why you could always see people through walls and shit. So they fixed that.
Mate got him. Hello, mate. Oh, lovely headshot. One more kill maybe before it ends. Ah, we got the win.
It's like when I play Firewall and then I go to Alvo and it's like my brain has to readjust in how the game plays, you know?
On the screen, and I wasn't using this John Wick Fortnite skin, you would not know that this was Fortnite. Oh, there's a dragon.
How cool is this, dude? This is insane.
And scripting and stuff.
And this is before UE 5.2 came out, I think. I think this was 5.1.
So it's got ray tracing, it's got nanite, all that good stuff. I think it uses lumen too. I go kill these walls. Beautiful.
This is Fortnite. That's so funny,
Look at the
dude.
lighting. I'm gonna go. So go down here.
Now, if you switch out the John Wick character for a brand new character that might fit the setting better, you'd never know. You would just never know that this is Fortnite.
Do a little smash attack. Come here.
But it's kind of like Dreams. You remember Dreams, Titch?
All right, mate. Oh, that's freaky. I don't.
Titch, are you even there?
Sorry. What was it?
Oh, there you are. I wasn't sure if you were still around.
Yeah, no, sorry. I was
So I
kind
think
of.
this bow is already in Fortnite.
You're
I
fine.
suppose that's a good
Do you
example
remember
of
the
how
you remember the
use
game or
existing
application
things that are in
Dreams?
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for example,
It's kind of like that what they've done with
might change the model.
with Fortnite. Kind of made it so you can pretty much create a whole new game in it. All right, Karen.
Also, it was a
Have a good
samurai
night.
bow or something, right? Or a medieval bow. And change the explosive effect on it or something like that.
Karen leaving.
This statue is
Yeah, she's
pointing
heading
over
out.
there. Should I go down there?
Later, Karen.
I mean, I've picked up a sword and a bow already. Dragon's back.
Black Myth Wukong is a game I'm really
They've
looking forward
letterboxed
to.
it as well. Turn on. Flash.
This is a horror game someone
Yeah,
created.
pull the lever. What the?
It's crazy, man. Love it. Ugh. God, I've already been alive for an hour. Jesus Christ, where did the time go? She learned to air dribble in 47 minutes. Plat to GC. What?
This is Emmy. Emmy has been grinding Rocket League since 2016. That's now 7 years of trying to get Grand Champ, yet she is hard stuck platinum.
7 years of trying to get to Grand Champ and she's a plat?
Champ, leaving her in the dust. Emmy has been coached before, but was deemed unteachable and unfixable. Our goal is to change that. Welcome to Emmy's journey to Grand Champion.
The air dribble is much easier to learn than you might think, and in 47 minutes from now, Emmy will hit her first decent air dribble. We are now in the diamond ranks, and in my opinion, being able to air dribble will help us move towards champ much quicker.
I can't air dribble to save my life. Not intentionally.
Emmy's overall car control and aerial proficiency. According to our grand champ game plan, Emmy's aerials need to get better anyways, so this is the perfect timing to learn such an iconic mechanic of Rocket League. If you're someone who needs help hitting air dribbles, this video is perfect for you since you might be making the same mistake.
Yeah, yeah, that looks like me.
Doesn't know that I want to work on air dribbles, so let's go ahead and tell her. I want to see you do an air dribble.
That is so funny. Okay.
She sounds like she's not capable, but I know we got this. By the way, I'm going to only lightly edit this session because I want you all to see every step in full
Hey,
detail,
Puddles.
especially the moments where she's making
Oof,
mistakes. And
that
we
looks like
correct
me.
them. Go ahead and watch my screen. I'm going to break this down into 3 easy steps. I'm just going to say them real quick. You've probably heard of it before, but obviously step 1 is setup. So there's a lot that goes in this setup, and we'll talk about that. Step 2 is the first touch off the wall, and then step 3 is all the rest, which is just flying the ball into net. It's 3 steps.
Yeah, 'cause that looks so easy, Seabell, but I can't do that.
I can't get step 2 though.
Yeah, I'm with her.
Be easy. I'm gonna make sure you.
It's not easy.
Oh, come on. Why is there already a freaking ad, bro?
We're committed to the biggest.
Let me just quickly explain step 1, and then I'll have you do it because before you.
Here's the thing.
before you
I
go to
can
step
get
2,
this
step
set
1
up.
needs to be,
I
in my
just
opinion,
can't get off the
perfected. You
wall
can't be getting it wrong. Otherwise, it's a
to
waste of
carry it.
So we're gonna be starting the air dribble about midfield, just in the beginning. And if that's the case, the angle, you see how my car is positioned right now to the wall, 90 degrees
right.
perpendicular to the
Yeah.
wall. This is a little bit turned away from it, right? So it's a little bit forward towards blue if we're scoring on blue.
Okay.
I just want you to lock this angle into your head.
I'm a
'cause this is
walking ad.
This is the golden angle. This is the angle that the air dribbler pros.
Ad
don't tell you.
for-
Air dribble off
This
the
is
wall.
what your car needs to look like.
What
So
was that?
when you move the ball,
You're
in
trying to
this
air dribble
angle,
off the
it's
wall?
just going to be looking like this.
Well, I'm just curious
That's
because
literally the first step. One is just
I'm
move it
like
at that
her.
angle. Step
I
1
don't
is
drive-
simple.
you don't wanna boost
If
up
you
the
can't
corner.
get the ball rolling on this angle, don't even try to learn the air dribble. Each step has to be in place before
You
you,
and I can
go
do
for
this.
the big move.
If
But
you're-
let's
if
see if
you're
Amy can
unsure.
handle step 1.
It's literally
so go
all
ahead
in,
and
like,
grab some boost, just kind of push
majority
it
of
into
people
the
they
center,
use the
and then,
gas up the-
kinda
up the
take your
corner.
time and set this
But you
up.
don't
I don't
wanna
want you
do
to
that.
hurry it. Probably a little bit less.
Like
Yeah,
boosting
hurry.
up
Yeah,
the
you
corner.
get about that.
You
give
don't
or
want to
take.
do that.
And then you'll drive.
You almost want to let off the
pretty much
gas
the
for a
same way
split
it's
second
rolling.
as you
Good.
come up
Really good.
here.
That's it.
Yeah,
Just do that like
like
2
that.
more times, just so you get like a feel for it. You can set it. The ball can start here, then go to the other wall. But it's okay. See how it's already kind of going towards the net. Yeah. it's
No way.
See, I can
weird,
do
right?
that,
All right, do it
and
one
I
more
can
time.
kind of
This
do
is
it, but
how
I
much space I
can't
want you
do
to
it
start with to
consistently.
begin with. Perfect. And just get it rolling, and then yeah.
But if
just
you can
now you're
kind
gonna
of do it,
follow
and as long as you
You're just gonna
understand
follow
how
the
the
roll
setup
right behind
works.
it. Good.
At that point, then it's
that's
just a
literally
matter of
step
if you know
one.
how to. Now you just need to
I think
air roll.
you get it. It looks like you got
like
it.
when you
That's
jump off the
simple.
wall,
Go
you
ahead
need
and
to air
watch my
roll
screen
towards
again.
the wall.
So
if you're
again,
on the
if we're
left
trying to score
wall,
towards blue,
you're gonna
that's
jump
the
off
angle.
the wall and air roll
Literally,
left.
You know
literally
what?
step
Yeah,
one.
but
You're
you
gonna
but,
air roll right.
but you know what my biggest issue that I've learned is that the ball goes way too far away from
The
me.
ball and the car.
If
So,
it
like,
goes
this
way
is-
too
this is
far away from
falling
you,
closely,
it's
this is falling
because
closely.
either
Never do
you
that until
are
it's here and then
hitting the
stop,
ball
and then
too
drive
early on
into
the
it,
wall,
okay?
so right on the
Okay.
corner,
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
or
so it
you're
doesn't
not
go
draw,
flying.
or you're
So
not.
let's say I'm boosting. This is what it'll look like if I'm
going
boosting. Watch
fast
how I
enough.
get this space.
That makes
See
sense.
Yeah.
Because momentum of
Yeah,
the
there's
ball is
space
going to keep
gathered.
it going up.
Okay.
You think you
Like
can do that?
Yeah.
You don't have to think too hard, but there you go. Yeah, roll it towards. That's fine. That's a good enough angle. You're behind it. You're behind it.
Like, if you want, I'll go into
Perfect.
some
Then go.
free play.
Love
Like
it.
we can go into a.
Okay, that's not bad.
Oh my god, it doesn't
do
feel
this?
that hard. I'm scared.
I'll show you.
I love this.
Wait, what?
It's so fun to hear her enthusiasm
rock
for
me.
this, and
I'll
you can
also
tell
have
she's
private.
trying really hard and listening to the advice. I want to see one
Do
more
it.
time, just like that. This time, just I
I'll
want
show
you to set it up towards the wall like you just did. Except for I want.
All
you
right,
to,
hold on. I
when
just
you-
want
when you hit the
to see this
bottom
out a
of the
little
wall,
bit,
like where
and then we'll
starts to
practice
curve
it.
with your car. I just want you to start boosting.
You came in to say I'm a walking ad, and then you bounce.
After you
Girl.
get the space, yes.
Girl,
Wow.
you're killing me.
Forgot the space. See that? Yep. I know it seems like a lot, but once you get the feel for it, you won't even have to think about this part. I just want to.
I think that's the point that I'm at, where I just need to do it enough, where I feel it, and it just
Not
happens.
bad. Something like that. See how it's popping off away from the wall?
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
And here's a visual cue for you. You don't want to start. You don't want to make contact with the ball until the ball is past the curve of the wall.
Yeah, that makes sense, because otherwise it will bounce out.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like let the ball roll past that curve, and then yeah, perfect timing, absolutely stunning timing, wonderful. One more time like that. I hope you guys are enjoying this type of video so far. It's mostly just her and I going back and forth and correcting as we go, and it's pretty laid back. This is kind of how the sessions go.
But I want to see. I want to see how well she does.
Okay, you're good. You can move.
I want to see how well
Okay,
she does
step
by
three.
the end.
This is probably the hardest mechanically
That's
because the rest of
decent.
it's just
Speeds it
lining it
up.
up.
How
You'll
long is the
notice
video?
Step 3
It's 14
comes only after you've hit the ball off the wall. You
Yeah,
will
and
not
then it's
jump
just
at
a
the
matter
ball
of
until it's off the wall. So
jumping
this is
off.
the complete step 2. Step 2 done.
You can
Step
do it without
3
air roll,
begins
but if you know how to
when you
air roll,
jump. Essentially, what you want to do is hit the ball off the wall by coming in underneath it like I'm about to do.
Okay.
And once it's going up in the air, then you can jump. If you notice,
But I
jumped
can't
pretty
dribble.
late there. Watch how late I jump after I hit the ball off the wall. See that? Pretty late.
Yeah.
Like I don't jump immediately with it. So what it will look like for you as we just get this first part down is this. You're just gonna drive, and I just want to see this. You're gonna hit the ball with ball cam on, and then you're gonna jump. You don't have to do anything after. I just want to see something like that.
Okay. Saw we were on, said hi, and now you're out. Okay. Well, I broke my stock puddles, as I think
A
you
little bit
saw.
after. Remember, there's a little bit of pause. Yep.
So, but it's
That
still
was actually
functioning.
pretty good. It was close. It was close. The setup was perfect, by the way. Loved it.
Was that Titch?
how'd you
Great
break
angle.
your stock?
So I went into free
So you
for
see
all
how you're above the
after,
ball?
Yeah.
and
we don't want that for the air dribble.
all right, Jesse, see you later, man.
A lot of thinking.
I know.
And I was trying to take my front controller off,
You like 10 minutes.
and all I did was hear
Good.
crack, crack, and
A little bit more
the
move.
magnet
Okay, I see what you're
part
doing. You're
that
getting a
the
little-
controller
looking good,
stuck
though,
to,
honestly.
the
That wasn't too bad. See how it's almost intuitive?
Yeah,
Like
it just broke off.
Your ball in the
so
car
I
almost
gorilla
ends up behind the
glued
ball
and
while
duct
driving.
taped it.
Better for sure.
See, that's
Like a
my issue.
free
Okay,
hit.
so
I don't
I'm
know
not gonna
why.
rewind it because I don't want to waste
This is actually
a lot of
funny
time,
because
but
most players are
I
way
go over the
on
ball
opposite side. They
all
wanna
the
slam.
time.
So this is good. We can work.
You're
This is
going too
easier to work
fast.
with than people who are like too quick with it. I love this.
Best two inventions ever,
Yes,
100%.
Yes. So good. You're
WD-40,
nailing
love
step 1 and 2,
WD-40.
As far as I'm concerned, you've done it like 6 times in a row.
Yeah, if you're going over the ball, you're either A, going too fast, jumping too late, or
Okay,
just
yeah. See how
hitting
you're
the ball.
like, this is good
not
position.
very
We're gonna hit the
well.
ball.
Usually
Yeah,
it's
You're gonna figure
a
this out
matter
quicker than I
of
thought. Okay, go ahead and
not jumping
you're
in
ready to move
time.
on. Step 3 is just that little arrow you're doing. I need to see this position. You see how
When you're on, I've
I'm
gotta.
number 1 below the ball in space, and then
Yeah.
number 2
Okay,
you
so I get that
ball in
part.
game, and I do
Let's
this.
see.
It's gonna be hard for me to get another touch. See how I'm chasing it down now. and then you're gonna pop it off the wall, wait, jump, and then you're gonna position like this. That's all I want to see.
So under the ball, right?
Are they
The
doing
thing I
unlimited
want you to
boost?
do in free play, like you can do this all day
Oh,
long,
aren't
because
they?
once you get the air dribble, it's addicting. You don't want to.
If it moves and shouldn't, duct tape and Gorilla Glue.
It's a
If it
great-
doesn't
it's
move
great
and
to
should,
have,
WD-40, yeah, 100%.
I literally want to hit the boost right after, and I don't know how to give it that pause.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a
Yeah, I'm with you,
like a
girl.
trigger finger.
This is perfect angle, by the way. This is wonderful. Boost.
Don't make her
A little
nervous.
earlier on the boost.
Hit it too hard.
The air dribble, at least the ball's.
Okay, come on, just do another one. I want to see
Yep.
this.
Yeah. Much better. See that? See how it's flying towards the net?
No way it's gonna go in the net. Oh, thank God.
You barely
Okay.
had to do anything. But imagine if you were behind it with an air dribble, then you get one or two extra pops, and all of a sudden it's in their net, and a platinum player is gonna be crying.
Yeah,
When they see
yeah,
that.
for sure.
Diamond players are gonna cry. They're like, "What is this diamond doing?" Nice. See, that's better. See how you boost a little bit earlier. See how it's popping out towards the center. Gives you a lot more time. You need as much time as you can get with the ball floating. But yeah, now you're positioning. Nice. Yes. Very good. See how you're kind of positioned below it? You see that?
Oh, the arrows. Yeah.
You're pretty close. That was actually your best attempt yet, I think. That had a lot of potential. I think very close to getting the air dribble now. I think she's locked in on the key steps required, and it's so cool to see. Yeah, you're like 5 minutes away from your first multi-touch air dribble. Like right here, you won't do any turning. Yep. Okay.
No, oh my God. I want to hit the ball so bad.
You're close. You're close.
I
That's
can
me.
feel it, and it's driving me crazy because it's not that hard. The fact that I got this far in like half an hour, roughly.
Yeah, that's big. For someone, by the like, we all saw your aerials. Like, you couldn't even fly towards a stationary ball. So to see you almost air dribbling right now is like.
That was 3 weeks
crazy.
ago. Even I can do
I think
that
you've
shit.
pretty much, in my opinion, like you've pretty much got this. It's just gonna take a little bit more time until you like grasp it fully. But, like that right there looks so good. Yeah, and then just start boosting. Yeah, there you go. First mini air dribble, kind of. At 27 minutes. It was a one-touch air dribble. Not bad, honestly.
That's usually what I can do.
It-
One touch
like,
air
in 20
dribbles.
27 minutes, like to have that's a lot of progress. We then load it into another private match. He got it. It's exciting though. I
Getting more than a touch
Stop,
is
stop,
like
stop.
you just gotta
No!
be careful and you gotta really feather your boost.
take on a training regimen
Okay,
that
let's-
will take. And I think we're.
Come on, show me the successful
And
one.
he had a 3-touch air dribble that honestly
Look at
could have
that.
been an insane goal if she simply boosted and trusted that she had it. Still, I'll call that a massive success, and I think
All
we're
right.
long.
All right. Let's go. All right, it's happening. Let's see. Now you're heading out? Now you're heading out. You sure you don't want to stick around? Just let our ears soothe you to sleep?
Yeah, we're doing training now.
6 a.m. comes early? Yeah. I'll be up around 6 a.m. myself. All right, let's give this a go.
You don't see us bitching, do you?
Your smut novel? Oh, that's really what you are the second woman that I've known to enjoy smut novels as much as you do. My friend at work, Chloe, she loves smut novels. Like literally, they're disgusting. Love them. What is it called? Because she was reading a dark one too. It was about like this murderer guy and this woman falling in love with him, and then like not really knowing he was a murderer until like later. Den of Vipers. All right, so what do we do?
Join the private match.
Diverse harem and it's dark. Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad.
So basically, you just roll it up, pop it up, like this.
Basically.
Just like that. See, that's it. That's all you do. Okay, so try close. All right, so one of your issues is you're going up fast. You want to jump like almost right after you touch the ball, like right after the ball comes off of your car. You basically when you want to jump, so you want to go like this and then jump. So like the moment it hits off your car.
The seatbelt was saying different. Like you want to give yourself some time.
I find it's easier directly afterwards. You can like if you like you can do it so you give yourself some time. Like if you're coming up the corner. It's just I've gotten in the habit of like if you're boosting towards the wall, you're gonna stop boosting before you hit the wall, so that the ball can get ahead of you as everything rolls up the corner. Because what happens is, if you take the ball and you boost up with it on the corner, it's just gonna like
Sends you
snap
to the
straight
ceiling.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ball's just gonna snap off. Whereas if you leave it, let it roll up, and then come in, you can get a better touch on it. It's a little easier to control. And then the rest of it is just learning to feather the boost. Because you want to get as close to the ball and you want to get light touches on it. So if you're boosting to the ball, you need to like float your way over to the ball. Yes, like that one you're a little too high up on it. You want to get right up in the bottom of it. Just like
Yeah, I'm
it's
so
just,
inconsistent.
It's just speed. If you see, like, it's just as soon as it gets off the wall, like as soon as I'm off the wall, the moment the ball touches my car and starts to pop off, I'm jumping for it and then air rolling. Just like a quick jump, you know?
Ugh. That's one issue I have.
You didn't let off the gas. So like I said, when you're doing this and you're following it, you want to stop. That way when you come up with the ball, like after the ball. You don't want to come up at the same time as the ball. You want to like literally let go of your gas for a split second as you're coming up. Okay? As you're taking to the wall, like before you hit the wall, or like where's the ball going to hit the wall, just literally let off the gas for a split second. Okay, let go, and the gas. There you go.
Ugh. Too high. Again.
You were fine. You just needed to correct. Like your launch was good. You just needed to nose down. Oh, sorry. I'm challenging you. Just have it. Yep. I'm in the habit of air rolling, but if you're not in the habit of air rolling,
Oh, I'm in the habit of air rolling. It's just positioning in my car so I'm actually under the ball.
yeah,
Like I
so
always
you're-
end up above it.
It's like that. So like I said, you let go for a split second. You want to get a little bit of distance. You want
Hold
to
on,
get
can,
the ball.
can you give me 1 second?
Yeah.
dog started eating the frickin' tin that our breakfast came in.
Yeah, like I said, the other thing I can suggest is like, yeah, it's just a literal field of control of just taking the ball, picking it up, jumping off, and then just following through. Jump. Here, yeah, I feel like you're a split second late on your jump. Because if I do it, oh, that was better. There you go.
That felt good.
Like I said, as soon as you hit it, you just jump off and you're like right behind it. Because you gotta remember, like, as long as you're in line with the ball, when the ball goes up the wall, when you hit the ball up and then you jump off, you're gonna follow the same direction. Okay. Your trajectory should be identical. There you go. Oops.
Spring car came off weird. Oops. Oh, took off ball cam.
I was gonna say you weren't following the ball trajectory, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it definitely does help, especially early on.
Whoops, didn't mean to kill you. My bad. I just wanted to tap the ball.
Thanks. Kicking.
Oh, I did. I forgot to jump. I just started going. I don't think so. Oh my god. What? Oh, frick.
Sick.
Ah. It honestly didn't look like you were that close to it. Your car's like decal is a bit deceiving.
Are we turning this into a ones match now? It's a ones match with infinite boost.
Oh, what? Oh!
Excuse me? Get out of here. Nope.
What? My car didn't touch that? That's such bullshit, bro. My car totally touched that. Dude, my car totally touched that.
No.
Whatever. Whatever. Dude, my game must be lagging. I swear to fucking God. Because there's no way I don't touch that. Are you serious right now? My car literally just went through the ball. What the frick?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay, I didn't double jump like that.
Oh, what?
Infinite boost, bitch.
That is so stupid. So fucking stupid. Whose idea was this infinite boost? Ah.
Ah, man, I can't come out of the corners. I watch so many people come out of the corners and it's like, but I just can't.
You gotta keep it close.
What? Look at that. I literally ramp off of the ball.
Take the low 50s. This is one, motherfucker. Okay.
There's ones, motherfucker.
You weren't even supersonic. Let's try. This is supersonic ones, motherfucker. Oh. Yeah. Supersonic ones. Alright.
How do I not, like, what the fuck? Ooh, what a flick? What the fuck was that, bro?
Oh.
No, oh, I missed it. Fucked it up.
Just another little leg touch, just to. I really wanted you.
What? Bro.
Oh. Oh wow, you're off.
What? Tell me you own gold. Oh, damn. That would have been nice.
This is dangerous.
Oh. Infinite boost, bitch!
That's wrong.
It's alright, I just need 10 more. Don't okay me. How many bumps have you done? What?
Okay, okay. Okay. Own goal.
What?
Yeah.
No, my controls didn't do what I wanted.
I read you like a book.
No, it wasn't that. I hit the wrong buttons.
Hmm.
You're fucking kidding, right? You're fucking kidding, right? That didn't go in?
Quarter-inch. Goes for the bump play. Okay.
Yeah, that should go in your favor. Like, how does that go in your favor? That makes no sense. I was over the ball and I was on the inside. I had more momentum.
Kind of the challenge of the wall. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Infinite boost.
Infinite boost.
Oh, God.
I think I could have gotten that with 100 anyway.
I don't think so. Because you gotta remember, you boosted all the way up to the ball, right? So it's like, in my mind, I'm like, you should have like 30, maybe a pad or two.
Get the fuck out, bro.
So this guy demoing me.
Says the guy who's a champ 3 against a diamond.
I've been a champ 3 in like 2 seasons. I'm washed up now. Good pass.
Even better shot. Are you fucking kidding?
Okay. Good foot.
God, it's taking so long just to get 2 goals. We both delayed. Jesus Christ.
I had a feeling you were delaying, that's why I delayed my delay. Oh, no, they're boost. I'm rotating in the middle for boost.
All right, let's go actually play a match because I can't compete with you.
GG.
No, not a good game. That went as well as today went in Alvo, so I don't want to be in a position where I get pissed off again.
Glad that I'm on your team, not against you.
Yeah, yeah. And no matter how hard I try, I won't get to that level. I won't. I'm not even close to it. I can't even come off of the wall in a match. In a one-on-one, I can't even come off the wall.
But it takes getting used to.
It's not a difficult concept, but I can't do it in-game.
It's much easier to do in free play than it is to do in game. 100%. Because in free play, you're not being challenged. You can control your speed. You don't often get that opportunity to be able to do it under those like perfect circumstances.
I just hate seeing, and I know that they're pros, and I know they've been playing for tens of thousands of hours, but truthfully, like seeing them do it, it doesn't look like it's overly difficult given what I've been able to accomplish. And
it's like flip resets. Like, it don't seem that hard. but they are. That's the reality of it. Sorry.
I don't care. I'm not gonna get any better at the game anyway, so. It's true. I've been playing how long, and
I've been playing how
still
long?
suck.
Oh! I had the foot reset. Look.
Yeah. I don't think you were close enough for it, but that's good. Picking. Oh my god. Oh. That was my fault.
If that other guy not touched it, I would have it.
That was such a delayed hit. Like, it went into my car and then bounced out. Nice pinch.
Oh. Oh my god, they're just fucking there, man. Oh my god. demo.
Fucking fakes it. God, I'm so bad. I like did nothing. See, when I'm not playing at this level, I get scores like what you got. Like I usually get like 500 to, or I would say like 300 to 500, maybe sometimes 600. I'm usually doing a lot more, but like I feel like when I'm playing with you in threes, like I never do anything. It's very like
it's a different speed.
But I don't feel like I'm driving much slower. I don't understand. I'm reacting the same, but I'm just not as. Well, I guess I'm just not as good.
Again, you're probably being a stronger player in your game because of playing in these ones. You're not noticing that you're doing anything faster, but the games in general are faster. That's why it seems like you're not doing much, or you're struggling to either say hit the ball or where it is, because it's just generally faster. Shot. Oh. Demos. Okay, that's not a... Okay. Oh my god. That's just it.
One for the record books.
Hey, going back to Diamond 3. I think you're muted.
Yeah, my microphone died. I don't even deserve to be at this rank, though. What?
Oops. Utmost green. 69. Oh, I was really hoping he was gonna touch this.
I was trying to.
Cause I was like, yeah, I was reading the, okay. I was reading the touch, I was like, if he touches it, it's gonna go up, so I positioned myself high for the...
I'm just so bad tonight, like, no matter what my thumbs do, like, it's not doing what I want them to do. It's like my brain's gone stupid or something. Hey, you've seen what I've been able to do on occasion, and I can't do it. Tonight, everything feels impossible. Like, what is my car doing? It just completely did a 180.
You doing? I don't know what my wife's doing with... Is that what unicorns say?
Like, what is that? I couldn't even get my car straight. That didn't even give me a save, dude. What the fuck?
You weren't in the box.
Yes, I was. I got demoed in the box.
I think you're out of the box. What's that? It seemed like you're out of the box.
I fucking suck, bro. Oh my god.
Did you see the ones? Alright, one more. I gotta go make my lunch.
Alright. I should probably stop playing games for a while. My brain is fried. At least stop playing these games.
Well, that guy goes back so fast. Okay.
That ball wasn't anywhere close to his car. How is that even a hit?
Oops. We are all season 7 grand champions.
Oh. It's over my head. I want to fucking die, dude.
We have nothing here. What the fuck are you doing? This got picked out. Oh, no way. Sick.
Okay.
Close.
What a terrible night for gaming for me, man. It was so bad. So bad.
It's all part of it.
No, it's not all part of it. Should be better. Should be better at everything. Sucked at everything today. Sucked at everything. I probably should have just went with a single player game instead of multiplayer. Get my mind right again. Slow it down. Anyway, I'm out, dude. Thanks for playing. Thanks for hanging out.
All right, man.
All right, later.
Later.
Everybody else, thank you. Sorry for all the raginess, the agitation today. Thanks for hanging out.